rebounder. So when you step on the rebounder, the first thing you want to look at is that your feet are parallel. And you can see that with your knees, the knees need to look forward, like the headlights of a car, so forward. And in order to do that, you bring the feet in a parallel position. So you don't want to turn the feet inward or outward. Yeah? And I show you later why we do that. There's a reason for it. The next thing is that we determine the width of the feet, and that is hips width. And when you feel here, you can feel your hip bones and just prolong them down, and then you see the distance between the feet needs to be the distance between your hip bones. And there's a trick. If you have difficulties to find that, you can take your heel of your playing leg and put it next to the big toe of the standing leg. And then lift the heel and put it parallel down. Let's do it again. So this is the standing leg, this is the playing leg. We bring the heel of the playing leg next to the big toe of the standing leg. And then we lift up the heel here and bring it down. And now we are parallel and in hips width. And come in a soft bounce. And when you're bouncing normally, what we are doing is that we are keeping the knees flexible. We are not locking them, and we also don't need to go too deep. We don't need to go so deep. There are some exercises where we specifically go as deep, but that's an exception. Normally, we just keep the knees loose so that the movement can easily go through the entire body and is not locked anywhere. So, from the side, that looks like that. This is the correct way of doing it. The movement is going nicely through the entire body, and we don't want to do this. See here, I lock the knees, and immediately when I lock the knees, I get a hollow back, and that is very unhealthy, So now the energy is not even blocked in the knees, it's also blocked here, and then I get a jolt in my back when I'm rebounding. So it's very important that we're keeping the knees loose. So for those of you who have difficulties in the beginning with balance, you can use the Theraband. I call them also a flexible holding bar. And what I do is, I have them on a large roll and I cut them in 10 feet length. If you don't have one and need one, you can get it on our website. So I cut them in 10 feet length. And some of you might have them already at home from other exercises, usually exercises on the floor, And you can get these Therabands in sports goods stores. As we do most of the time the exercises on the floor, they are not as long as this one. So they are smaller, shorter, and you can take 2 of them and make a knot in them, and then you have this length too. So that is perfectly fine. And how that works is, you take the Theraband, put it under the rebounder, and bring the ends up left and right. Even them out. And then also to step on the rebounder. For those of you who have difficulties to come up on the rebounder, it's pretty high. For that, some of you. And so you can just take the Theraband like that with a nice grip and then just mount. It gives you the stability. And then take the Theraband in your hands and wiggle it around the hand, just that you feel good with it, not too strong. And then what is very important is when you now come in a bounce, there is important that you're not stiffening the shoulders. You don't want to pull out and pull or keep the Theraband like that. Just let the arms loose, and let the Theraband just accompany you. See, it's bouncing with you, and the moment you need stability, you just pull, and instantly you come to a standstill. So it's very safe. For stepping off the rebounder, rebounder. You can do the same thing like mounting the rebounder. Again, you take the Theraband like that with both hands together, and then you just step off the rebounder, which is very, very easy. Okay, so that was the trick for the Theraband.